All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the Ripple update call. We know this was short notice today. However, we thought we'd jump on here quickly, mainly for people who are going to watch this at some other time, later today, tomorrow, whenever it's going to be. First of all, my name's David Cutler, and I'm heading up the technology part of the company. Today, I know we have Paul here, who's managing director, Sylvie in the background, and I believe, looking at that good-looking smile, Elias is also here with us. I can see him on the bottom of the screen. So, guys, first of all, for those who celebrated Thanksgiving, I hope you all had an awesome Thanksgiving and spent time with your family. But more important, give thanks. I think that's just important. So I think it's a great holiday. I wish they would do it all over the world. Chance of getting people together and give thanks to what they have. So hopefully you all had a great and awesome time and all had safe travels. Sorry, I keep looking down. I'm looking at some notes to give you guys some updates of where we're at. So first of all, one of our team members completely lost their house out in the Philippines. I know the Philippine houses aren't exactly built with concrete and rebar, just like many countries out there in certain areas. But unfortunately, one of our team members did lose his house. It wasn't a structure house, but he did lose that. We also had damage in the office in Manila with water damage that come into the office in Manila. So it was a real smart and sensible decision that we didn't move forward and do the launch last week that we were really hoping for. So we've had a lot of discussions this week. Probably the most important discussions are what I had with Paul in reference to some personal things going on, but also additionally that we had discussions with Jim, the attorney that's doing the IP protection. And at this stage, we are not willing, or he's not willing to do the filing until we get everything confirmed of what we need to do. Well, timing was scheduled that we were supposed to leave out and go into the UK a couple of weeks ago, and then it got delayed, and then we were going to go in on the 9th, which is actually this Sunday. I was going to be flying tomorrow and then start Monday going into meetings with the management team. After some request by the new management team, and remember, there's a lot of new people that you guys don't even know. You've not even heard the names that are coming on to head up the Ripple Corporation, everything from CFO through to some very important people that are going to be working with organizations, charity organizations, as well as marketing companies for the advertisement. So we had long discussions with them, and they are feeling that this is just too close to the holidays to get together, spend a week in the UK, or at least 4 days in the UK, not knowing that we have not got everything ready and approved by the IP to move forward. Knowing also that our team, even though we are back and operational, but yet have not really got everything sorted out what we need to. So a long, in-depth conversations with Paul, most probably more conversations with Paul this week than I think I've had most probably in any given week for the last couple of months with Paul, spend time together and trying to lay out what's the best approach to go forward. So what we have done at the moment, this is penciled in, means it's not firmly put in place, but we have cancelled going into the UK this next 4 days. I'm still going to be going into the UK subject to some health issues, but I'm still going to be going into the UK and get the opportunity to get together with Paul. And additionally, what's going to happen is we are going to be arranging to set up a time and a meeting place here in Las Vegas the first part of the new year. Now, we can't sit here and say a date right now because a lot of it is going to be subject to the new office. We're in negotiations with the new office. We shared with you some insights of one office. That office we have opted not to go with. We've gone with one very close, about 2 blocks away, that has more opportunity for us for storing of materials that we're going to be using to obviously send out. It's a big warehouse. It's about 15,000 square foot of warehouse. So as well as the office space of around 10,000 square feet. So we've opted to go with that one. We're in negotiations with the lease. We're expecting to exercise the lease before the 15th of December. And then what we'll do is we'll have the contractors go in through the remainder of the year, get it ready for us to move into for the first part of the year. knowing that that's happening, Paul's suggestion was, well, why instead of meeting in the UK, why don't we just have a meeting in Las Vegas at the new office? So at the moment, we can't even tell you exactly what day that's going to happen, or even what week that's going to happen, because with the holidays happening, and then of course with the contractors and permits and everything else what's needed, it could be the 10th of January or the 15th or whatever. So we can't tell you on today's call, but what we can say is Paul kindly said, let's just delay till January to come into there. We'll bring people into Vegas. So therefore, guys, at this stage, we're not going to be opening up any games until we get the IP finished, which Jim is working on. We're not going to be going into the UK this week to do a meeting with the management team. They're all aware of it. All the flights that we had scheduled for them have all been cancelled at this stage, apart from mine. I will still be going into the UK to meet with Paul. And basically what will happen is it will be delayed. Now, because of that, guys, we want to keep you updated about some things going on, okay? Because there is a lot of things happening. So we will be, sorry, my phone keeps ringing. Actually, I know exactly who that is. So we will be doing a call on the 14th, we will not be doing a call on the 14th, which is next Saturday, but we will be doing a call on the 21st. So that's 2 weeks from today. We are expecting to do that call from the UK with me and Paul together, maybe a couple of other people in the UK, but that will be mainly just to wish everybody a successful holiday and enjoy their families. Next week, we will not be doing a call at all. There's no point in us just coming on and telling you what's going to happen. But as of right now, guys, we have made that decision. Now, I'm going to ask Paul if he wants to come on and add to my comments. I think I've covered everything, what needs to be covered. But Paul, if you want to come on. There you are.
Hi guys, how is everyone?
Good morning for the fourth or fifth time today.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever spoke to you so much.
Yeah, we definitely this week's had a lot of more conversations than normal. So do you want to add to anything or elaborate on anything so everybody's aware?
You pretty much covered all the bases. So I'm please excuse me, Dave, but Dave's been having some health issues which we're concerned about, so we want to make sure that he's fit and healthy first of all, because without Dave and being part of the team, we fall apart very quickly, because Dave is the rod that everyone leans against. He's the rock, and without what he's been doing, we won't be where we are now. So I want people to give Dave a little prayer, because that's the type of person Dave is. If someone else was ill, he'd be giving them prayer. So I just want you to give Dave a thought and a moment. The decision has been made that obviously we're not going to do the management meeting. We're going to delay everything till the new year. I can only apologise for that. You can hold me responsible. I'm more than happy for that to happen. But we need to make sure that our people are looked after and cared for. Like Dave said, we've had team members losing property in the Philippines. We've got a problem in the office in Manila. We've got so many things and we're spinning so many plates. We just need to make sure that we prioritise the right things. And the right things for us are prioritising the people that are part of the team. I'm sure you will appreciate this. Again, spare thoughts for all the people that have had issues and are suffering at the moment. We can't give you a date in the new year when we're going to be able to move forward. Like Dave said, we're probably going to look at coming to Vegas, doing the meeting there, because we can then go through all the other things with the office and things like that. But I can't give you a date on it yet. Again, my apologies for the delay, but we need to make sure that we've got everything lined up and everyone's fit and healthy and everyone's taken care of.
Oh, well, Paul, first of all, I want to make sure everybody knows it's not, you don't need to apologize. I mean, we're doing the right thing from advice from some very intelligent people, team members, whether it's from Kirks, the Jims, the Sylvies, everybody, especially Elias has shared with us. Until we get it right, we don't want to launch it. We see too many other companies. So in reference to apologizing to getting this right, please don't apologize. And for the rest of you guys out there, I have some issues going on that they can't figure out. I do not anticipate that I'm going to fall over dead tomorrow, but who knows? If it's in the Lord's will, it's in the Lord's will. But they are going in and looking at my heart and doing some things, and I believe I'm going to be fine. I know Keith just went through a heart attack and went in, and he's really getting healthy. You can hear it in his voice. So it's been a rough year for everybody for health reasons. But I don't want you to think, and I know Paul wouldn't let it happen, that if something did happen to me, that this thing's not going to happen. Ripple is much, much bigger than anything I've got. And we're pretty well set on our side to turn the key and start the engine. We're just waiting for legal advice, which is always the best thing to do, on when to release and when not to release. We've already missed the NFL. We already missed the hockey, which was what our focus was on the first 2 games. Obviously, we switched that up now on other games that people can participate in, even if sport's not going on. And yes, we do even have things like trivia where you can get points. We must keep them people active inside the app. Once it kicks off, we don't want them just showing up on a Saturday for a football game or soccer game or a rugby game. So we need to keep them active all the while, so there's more and more eyeballs. So we've put a lot of focus on that the last 3 or 4 months. That we've worked on different games that will create interest for certain people. Not everybody goes out and plays Candy Crush, right? But a lot of people go out and play slot machines for fun. A lot of people go out and play trivia games. So what we've done, guys, is we have spent time to keep that person involved, and we've got promotional deals inside that show, hey, why to come on daily. Just like you guys would get the free entries into the raffle, we've designed things inside the platform that allows that person to come daily for a reason, to get more points so they can do more bidding. And of course, with our commitments, we've already got a locked-in contract of 50,000 in advertisement, 50,000 in donations each month. And we have 4 or 5 other offers as well that are not in contract that's going to bring that up to a couple of $100,000 a month. That's a lot of donations, whether that's credit cards being paid or homes being paid or rents being paid or whatever it may be that's coming out of that auction site. All that is in place, guys. That is there. We are waiting for Jim to say, listen, this is now protected. Once that's protected, then Paul goes back to his attorneys he's working with on the terms and conditions, that they've already got 90% of it. It's just going to finalize what they need to do. So maybe a few days after Jim gets the filing done, a few days later, we get the approval terms and conditions, and then we turn that key and start, guys. So just so you know, nothing out there right now are we delaying on. We're not delaying on a sports game or a celebrity. We are ready to go. We've got sponsors. We've got money. We've got items for the auction site. In fact, the new warehouse, literally, there are going to be stuff in there that, we didn't even imagine. The warehouse that we are taking, or it also has a current business in there, which is an online business for products that people sell through eBay and everything else. And we are in negotiations of buying that stuff. Instead of letting it go in, they got to ship it from out of this warehouse to the new warehouse. We're in negotiations of buying that at their prices, what they paid for it, which is extremely discounted, that then we can put up onto the auction site, and that would save them moving things. And then when they get their next orders, it just goes into it. So it's a win-win situation, a smart business move to do. And there's a lot of items on there. So when we open up, guys, the auction itself, there's going to be some pretty good stuff in there, pretty cool stuff, a lot of Christmassy stuff, holiday stuff, because that's what they've been focusing on. But there's going to be some great items on there at discounted price. We're going to get that we can build on the auction site that people can really be rewarded with. So that's another good plus thing. By coming to Vegas rather than doing it in the UK, Obviously, we were thinking about getting more with Paul. There's a couple of people coming out of Europe, somebody out of Austria as a management team, 2 people out of France that are part of the marketing team and the management team. Rather than taking 8 or 9 or 10 people to the UK, now we're going to be bringing 2 or 3 people to Las Vegas. And let's face it, most people, not every, but most people want to come to Las Vegas. I know Paul wants to as well. So bottom line, guys, this is a win situation, because if you are here in the US, or if you do want to come to Vegas and you're outside the country, it's a good, cool place to come, as long as you keep away from the casinos, because they'll of you. But there's plenty of other good things here. So it is a smart move what we've done. Obviously, it's a lot easier for of our tech team as well coming into here, because we can bring them in and keep them here for a month rather than have them just fly in for 4 days and go home. So that's our update. What I'm going to do, just again recap, just in case you're just listening, we will not be doing a call next Saturday, but we will be doing a call the following Saturday. Hopefully Paul and I will be in a English pub, not drinking, well, possibly a glass of wine, but we will be in an English pub having a nice English Sunday roast or something, or whatever they want to call it, 2 weeks from now. And because the time would be later in the day, and we'll do a call for Ripple on the 21st, mainly just to wish everybody happy holidays. And apart from that, guys, unless there's any questions, Sylvie, I don't know if you've got any questions there for us or anything's come up during the week. Let's do a rest. And I don't know if, okay, what you got, Sylvie? Good morning, sweetie.
Good morning, Dave and Paul. No, there's no questions, Dave.
Okay, well, good. Well, you just keep going, because obviously you're going to be looking now, instead of going to the UK, you're going to be coming to the US. So that's really cool, because you can spend more time with us. I think Elias is here. I'm not sure if he wants to come on and say hello or not. So we'll see if he wants to jump on. Elias, I saw you there. You disappeared now, so I'm not sure if you're out and about or what are you doing. There you are. Okay, I brought you on. Oh, I brought you on and you took yourself off. Good morning, brother. How are you?
Your mic's off, Elias.
Okay, now. Hi,
Good
hi
morning.
everybody.
How you doing?
Fine. With the wet weather outside, it's raining like crazy.
Is it still hot down where you are, or is it cold? We got snow last night.
No, we have a fresh weather over here, and it's raining.
So what kind of temperatures are you at this time of the year?
Around between 18 and 25. It goes up and down.
That's centigrade. So that's what, about 60, 70 degrees?
Yeah, more or less.
Wow. But it's raining at the same time.
Yeah.
Sounds like English weather, Paul.
Oh, moment. I'm right in the middle of a storm at the minute.
Is it snowing or raining?
Raining.
Oh, wow.
There's like a country area, which is we call it a park. I don't know what you guys would call it. It's probably 6 kilometers away, 5 kilometers. They've had 150 trees ripped out the ground.
Wow. So you got some pretty high winds over there right now.
Yeah, we're under an amber weather warning at the minute.
Wow. Well, be careful. Well, Elias, I mean, obviously we didn't discuss it with you because the final decisions were made when Paul and I talked early this morning, but we talked about it all week. It's just ridiculous at this stage. We've waited so long to go and push this out and not be ready for everything. So we've delayed it, but hopefully, I don't know where you're at with your visa. I know you was working on that, but maybe you can come in January, come into the office and spend no, they won't do that. What about if we send you an invitation from the company? Will that push things along quicker?
Maybe. Actually, I have an appointment with the embassy, but my appointment is in January 26th.
Day before my birthday. That's your appointment.
Yeah.
So what about if we send you an invitation asking and requesting for you to come into the office for training? Do you think that maybe move that forward? I mean, it's worth a try, right?
Yeah, we could do that. I have to update my appointment. I will make an emergency schedule based on that invitation.
Well, we were looking at the calendar this morning, and what we were originally looking at is obviously the concern is how quick is the office going to be finished with the contractors, and knowing the holidays now everybody slows down. But what we looked at was originally the first Monday of the new year is going to be on the 6th. I don't think the 6th would be good. So we're talking about possibly a week later, which would be somewhere between the 13th and the 17th of January. This is what we just looked at. We haven't penciled it in. That following week is when you would actually have your invitation or your interview or whatever they're doing for the visa. But maybe we can send you something out. You might be able to get that to come forward a week earlier.
I will try. I will try.
It'd be nice. I mean, who knows? Maybe we can. But I think it would be good to get a lot of people together. I mean, I know Keith, I'm sure, will come out. He's been talking about doing Vegas. But again, too close to the holidays is too much to get people in straight afterward. New Year, there's an expense that people have, throughout the holidays, and then not working all of a sudden to come into Vegas for 3-4 days. It's a little bit beyond. So that may get pushed back. Instead of being the 13th, maybe more towards the end of the year. And in fact, Paul, I've just realized, because I said my birthday, do you remember how we launched Abazoo and it was a fluke? It worked out and we went live on the 27th of January.
Yeah,
might be your anniversary party, and that's when we bring everybody into the office. might be. It's called a relaunch of the launch, whatever you want to call it. We'll have to discuss that, because that might be a better date and allow us to get into the office, get furnished, get the guys here, and then we kind of launch it live from the office and see who. That'd be right, kind of really cool, Paul. Remember the marathon we done where we were live?
Yep.
We could actually do something like a live bidding going on. Let them use their points, still get the games going in the early part of January, and then introduce people in the office. There's going to be cameras everywhere in the office anyway, and then have the auction site going, and people win the auction, and bang, you go straight into the back and film it being boxed and being sent out. That could be really cool. That might be a great idea to launch it, Elias.
Yeah.
Live active. You could be the host walking around with a microphone, camera crew. Come on, guys, bid on this. I mean, that's just a thought, guys, but that would put some excitement to it to create other people to sign up. So let's discuss that this week, Paul.
Okay. Sounds like fun.
Yeah, kind of sounds pretty neat to me. Obviously, with Kirk here and Jim here and, Justin and Kelly and people, it'd be kind of nice to have. And we could, obviously, we're not going to do 24-hour marathon, but we may be able to go live for a couple of hours and then come back 12 hours later for a couple of hours or something. But I think that'd be a cool idea. And I'm sure some people then most probably would want to come in and join us. All right. Well, I am done, guys. I mean, we popped on today just really to give you an update. And some of you guys, who watch these later, please share this video with everybody so everybody knows what's going on. Get that out. And Paul and Elias, I don't know if you want to say any more today's call. We won't be here next week, but we will be here the week after, which is to wish everybody happy holidays. It won't be much about obviously it'd be a quick update with the technology side. Paul may have an update on the filing, but it'd be mainly in 2 weeks from today, just really coming on just to say hi to all you guys and wish you all the best. So, Elias, I don't know if you want to say anything in Spanish to everybody. If you want to do a quick recap, please feel free to do so.
Okay. Hola, muy buenos días todos. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo están? Primero de todo, quiero felicitar a todas las personas que hicieron o pasaron acción de gracias, y solamente vamos a compartir con ustedes hoy información general. No hay información nueva. El próximo sábado no vamos a tener ninguna llamada, pero en 2 semanas sí vamos a tenerla. Vamos a conectar, a felicitar a la gente antes de la Navidad y este tiempo. Entonces, yo quiero desde ya decir a todos ustedes felicidades y espero verte en los próximos 2 semanas en la otra llamada. Gracias. Okay, Dave.
All right. No, thank you very much. Paul, anything else you want to say, or are we going to close it up and be done?
Just close it up. Well, I think we've covered everything. I think we need to have a discussion about your new idea. This is the problem. Yeah. We always have these new ideas and then we have to go back to the drawing board and start.
Yeah, but what I can say was, I mean, I enjoyed that marathon, and I wish we'd have done it this year, but obviously we weren't ready and able to do that with Abazu. But it caught a lot of excitement. There were a lot of news channels picked up on it. We had invitations to go on talk shows and this, that, and everything else. That we've got all those leads now, switching it over, and showing a presence. Not showing that we've got offices and people in the offices and a warehouse and materials in the warehouse. It might be the perfect relaunch of the launch. I mean, thinking more about it, I think it's kind of a cool idea.
No, I agree.
Yeah. And if there's anybody local, I mean, when I say local, anybody coming from anywhere around the world. But, if we got people out here from California, Vegas or whatever, maybe, some of those win the bid and we can introduce them live on the camera. Look, here's your TV or here's your rent check. I mean, that would really pick up some serious social environment. So we might really want to focus. In fact, I may even give you a call later on this afternoon to discuss it more.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, cool. All right, guys. Well, thank you, Elias, for coming on. Thank you, Sylvia, as always. Thank you for everybody who's participating on the call. Obviously, Paul, I'll let you close it out. But to all of you, and I know Paul brought up my health issues. Please don't worry. It's in God's hands. He's got me. But they'll get it fixed one day sooner or later. And we'll be all good. But thank you for anybody's wishes and prayers. And I'm doing the same for all of you and your families. Be healthy, be safe. And God bless to all of you. Paul, over to you. Thank you. And I'll see you in 2 weeks on the next call. Thanks, Paul. Take care. God bless. Paul, over to you.
I just want to say thank you to everyone for joining. Like Dave said, we'll see you in 2 weeks' time. And it's always a pleasure to be here. And it looks like we've got something else to discuss now, Dave.
Sounds good, and especially if we can get Elias there, because we could get him on his guitar singing. I mean, there's so much fun we could do as a group. I think it's an awesome idea. In fact, what we could do is say all the management team that you're now new, one of your new parts of your job requirements is you got to go on and entertain people around the world. So we could have some real fun with it. Show everybody's character.
Yep. No,
sounds good. All right, well, guys, thank you for joining us. Get this email, out to people. Share the link once it posts. Sylvia, make sure it's done. And thank you, Elias. God bless to everybody. And we look forward to seeing you in 2 weeks. Take care. God bless.
Thanks, guys. Bye.